But as the passing day, my hope becomes leaner of his loving living. And more painfully is for that now they start ignoring me completely as if I went there when they was and he stood there and walked away. I don't know why. He is avoiding me. Whenever I try to talk to him, he dismissed me rudely, saying that he didn't want to hear anything from me. And for a couple of weeks, I started going to him. They wanted to be away from me. So, let it be. In all those, I lost my job because I couldn't concentrate on my work and did a couple of mistakes which caused my boss to throw me out of the office. And I accept that I'm not capable for anything. They was right. I was in the garden when I saw Taeyoung and Inwoo's car in the Porsche. They both went for shopping for my baby. I chuckle at my fate. I can't even shop for my own child. Their due date was very near, and I am too excited and scared at the same time. Excited to see my baby, and scared. After that, they will ask for a divorce from me, and I couldn't deny, as Appa promised him if I won't be able to win before our childbirth, then he will make me divorce him. I came out of my daze as I heard in a voice. He was calling Tae, who ran inside while wiping his face. Is he crying? I saw Tae going inside his room, followed by Inwoo. I stood there a few minutes, debating to go or not. If he become angry, then I decide to go cause if he was crying, then he needs me. Again a fake hope would consume me, and before I could stop myself, I walk inside. But my feet were rooted on their place. All the air was sucked out of me. My heart stopped and its beat as I saw him in front of me. He was hugging Inwoo, wrapping his arms around him while pressing his face in his chest, clenching him tightly. While Inwoo also wrapped his arms around him, he was crying in his chest. Princess, please stop crying. Inwoo said, his voice was filled with that. I don't know what to do. I'm confused. Too much for me to be Inwoo. All this is killing me. A storm of confusion. I want peace. Please do something, Inwoo. Please do something. He was crying in his chest while he was saying smoothing word while rubbing his back. I should be angry, right? If that old Jungkook was here, he would have killed Inwoo till now. But to my surprise, I wasn't feeling any kind of anger toward both of them. I was feeling numb and dead. I felt my soul will be leaving any time, and I was waiting for that time. But for my best luck, it won't come. I was still breathing, seeing, and here they asking peace for Inwoo, begging him to do something for his. And I just accept that I lost him completely. There's no way I can get my day back. After seeing that, I continue fight to him. Then it will be hurt my Taeyoung even more. I can't hurt him now. If I, sensing my presence, snap his head toward me, his red and tear-filled eyes meet mine, hollowed and lifeless. His eyes grew winded as he took few steps back for Inwoo. Unconsciously, seeing his fear-filled and broke smile appear in my lips. Without saying anything, I turned around to leave, but stopped as I saw Mama and Appa was stood on the doorway. I wasn't surprised to see my Mama eyes were filled with tears, and I was surprised to see my Appa eyes were moist. Did I mention that since last month, Appa stopped his rude behavior toward me? He still haven't talked to me as before, but still reply me, and it proved me that something is changing in him toward me. I pressed my lips together and walked out of his room, sitting in my room, holding my death warrant in my hand. I was staring at it and praying for it to change into an ashes. Yesterday, after coming out of his room, I didn't go out of my room and lock myself here. I heard from Mama as she barked in my room and gave me breakfast that Inwoo left the house after that, but he came back today with Jimin. All night I think about my life. Every night I spend with Tae, his unconditional love, my every sense, my betrayal, my regret, my repaint, of my struggle give me forgiveness, and every fight I did, and the question start ringing in my mind, for whom I am fighting for, the person who doesn't want me to do anything with. He hates me, who even said that he would be happy to see me in pain, and in the end accepting my fate, I decide to end all this, decide to free him, for this burden, decide to give him that last happiness of my pain. Don't think too much, son. Just do it. I was in my thought when I heard a familiar voice. I look up and saw my Appa. I was shocked to see Appa in my room. Didn't I lock the door after Mama gave me breakfast, which was still placed on my bedside table? I was looking at him confused as he smiled sadly, walking toward the bed. When I was sitting, putting his hand on my head, he almost whispered, "Let him go." And I know what he meant. If I someone on every call of the emotion I break down, my tears start falling down and lips start trembling with my body like a small kid. Suddenly I feel like I couldn't bear this pain. I saw wax in my mouth. Appa instantly sat beside me and hugged me tightly, while rubbing my back. "Appa," I whispered, hugged him while crying. "Appa's life," Appa whispered, "and it's maybe a first time that Dad called me with so much love. Appa, Appa, I can't do this. I'll die." I whispered in his shoulder. "No, you're not that weak. My son isn't a weak person, and you prove it. You may made mistake, and in your immaturity, but he truly did everything to make things right. Your effort didn't go unnoticed by me, son. Even Dan also informed me of everything." He paused and pulled me back. I was embarrassed that I was hiccup like a teenage heartbroken boy. "I thought you would have accepted your defeat in the month after Tim clearly told you that he wanted to be free from you, and you made him suffocated, but you again proved me wrong. You still did everything to talk to him, to win him." Appa said. His eyes were moistured, and I was looking at him confused. How he know that Young said those things to me? He must notice my confusion, and he sadly smiled. "I heard your conversation with Tay that morning. Appa informed me and I looked down. Do you know what to do? Let him go, son. You broke him to the extent that maybe he doesn't want to come back to you. In all those months, you can't mend him. Then it's only a few days left, and you walk out of the house and out of his life. And must try me. It wouldn't be difficult for Tay to. So don't push him too much. As you said, you're afraid. It can feel like you're forcing him to change his mind. So don't do it, and let him free. Accept that he isn't meant to be yours, and being free from you is his happiness." Appa said everything softly, and I felt my eyes again filled with new tears. It's not easy to accept this. I can't live without him, I cried out, and many tears were left my eyes. Appa cupped my face, wiping the tears. "For his happiness, son, you need to let him go," he said, and I saw a tear escape his eyes, making my heart tighten even more. "I'm sorry, Appa. I only give you the pain," I whispered. But he shook his head. "I'm sorry, Jungkook. That is all my fault. I shouldn't have agreed with Kim Hyung for you and Taeyoung's childhood wedding. It's our mistakes that we both were suffering now. Please forgive me, son." Appa was about to pour his head in front of me, while two more tears escaped his eyes, but I heard him. "No, Appa, please don't do this." I shake my head. "It's our fate, and this is my punishment," I said, looking at that divorce papers. "You're right. I need to let him go for his happiness," I declared, and I looked at Appa, who was looking at me with sadness and pain, and clumped that lump in my throat. I told Appa what I wanted after that. It seems to be refused, but I make him understand that it is necessary for all of us. In the end, he agreed with my decision, and as per my request, he promised me that he will convince Mama for me, and left my room. Taking my mobile, I called, and I wanted this. I replied, "The next flight."